Welcome to Ghostly Investigations, Episode 3. We're here at Chickamauga Battlefield, where the Battle of Chickamauga in 1863 took place. The Union Army had taken over Chattanooga, and they were headed towards Atlanta. So the Confederate Army met up with them here at Chickamauga to fight to regain Chattanooga and not to lose Atlanta. So, this took place in September 19th through 20th, 1863. Confederate Army came out on top at the loss of about 18,000 casualties. It was the second bloodiest battle of the Civil War, first one being Battle of Gettysburg. So that's why we're here. As we were at Kennesaw Mountain Battlefield was because that was a place memory haunting. Here is exactly the same thing. Chickamauga Battlefield is known as a place memory haunting. Anywhere that has had a traumatic event happen there, kind of like Kennesaw Mountain, just like all the other battlefields, battles, horrible, just tragic battles took place, thousands of people died. Basically, here at Chickamauga Battlefield, there were 18,000 casualties, and they were all pretty much buried where they lied. So any monument that we walk past is just like it's an unmarked grave, it's a mass grave. People were just buried where they were. So that leaves a lot of imprinted energy. Kind of like a residual haunting, as I said previously. And so the reports that have been going on here at Chickamauga are, you can see at night, you could see the lanterns flickering from the women coming out to find their husbands in the middle of the night, or sons, to find them dead or wounded. One of the most famous reports is the report of Old Green Eyes, who was a soldier that got his head blown off by a cannon, and the rest of his body was just mangled. So people have been reporting for the past 150 years that they've seen just a head floating above just by itself, and he had glowing green eyes. So he has now the nickname Old Green Eyes. Also, people report they'll hear in the middle of the night women screaming, and this is because when those same women would come out in the middle of the night looking for their wounded sons or husbands, they'd find them dead, and they would just scream in agony because it was so painful for them. So that's why we are here today. EVP session. We are at the Lee Gordon's General Store in the upstairs.
And mill.
And mill. Gonna walk around with the K2 meter to get a base reading. Once again, this is the base reading. It's what a normal reading should be. So any fluctuations in that could come from anything electromagnetic.
Which I doubt there's any in
which
here.
There shouldn't be anything in here. So anything, if we get a spike in it, it could mean there's possible paranormal activity going on. Now, in theory, water is supposed to be a really good conductor of paranormal activity. So the mill would be a good place to find some. All right, ending EVP session and the Lee and Gordon Mill.
We're here in front of the Gordon Lee Mansion, and what was explained to me is that the Gordon Lee families were two different families, and they merged, and when they merged, and Lee married Gordon's daughter, and when they were married, he became part of the 1st Regiment of Georgia, and he accepted it on a rock right up in front of the drive. The rock's still there today, and we may look at that later. And he became unhealthy, and he passed away. Lee did, and the Union soldiers took over this house. And when they took over the house, they took his family, I believe her name was Elizabeth, and his children, and made them live in slave quarters, as this was their head fort. And when the house was built, it was supposed to be one of the most grand of the times.
So we're going to start our EVP session at the slave quarters. Elizabeth, are you here?
What were the conditions like in the slave quarters?
Did anything tragic happen here?
Are we bothering you?
I just got a really, really weird feeling. A really heavy feeling. Like somebody's like pushing. Like it was really heavy. Like it actually hurt. That was weird.
Elizabeth, if you're here, can you make that little device light up for us, please?
I just got it again. Like bad. It hurts actually.
Like a pressure? Like
Yeah. Like
somebody's like
really
pushing
bad.
against you?
Yeah, no, but it's like on both sides. Like if you were to like grab somebody like this and like push in.
Like somebody's
Like,
trying to
on
hug
both.
you?
Yeah, except like on the side, it's weird and it
I
hurts.
heard a tiny thud in there.
My name is Jennifer McSpadden Welsh. I've lived in the Chattanooga area since 1985. And I've heard that there is a ghost called Green Eyes in the Chickamauga battlefield that people have seen because of his green eyes. And I've also heard that there's a clearing in the battlefield where dogs won't go into. Like there's an invisible barrier that dogs will not cross. I've heard that from a bunch of people, so never experienced it myself, but I've heard about it.
It's a big one too.
Oh yeah?
The story said that he was coming out of the man said he was coming out of the clearing, and he got in here and there was like a tree, and it kind of like came out from around a tree. He said he got 3 feet back into the woods after the clearing. He said he got 3 feet back into the woods, and a face came out with glowing green eyes.
3 feet? Right where her EV spike?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
That's why that was right there. That had to have been right there. All right, old green eyes. Is this where you scared that man 10 years ago? So we're not afraid. We're coming to find you. Tabby might be.
Just a itty bit. No, I'm not scared. I just don't believe in you. I'm good with their too.
All right, we're gonna end this EVP session.
Oh!
Just spike?
Yeah.
You don't want us to leave?
We're leaving, old Green Eyes. You had your chance.
Are you still
We're getting.
following?
Is there anybody following us right now? Is this your sacred ground?
Are we where you want us to be?
I know.
Yeah.
There it is.
Look at that.
Keep in mind, we're in the middle of nowhere. There is no power lines.
Nothing around us.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I just got the chills, and not from being cold. Oh my gosh.
Serious
God.
spikes. Is there anybody here?
Dude, we're getting some major EMF spikes.
That's
major.
awesome.
Jessica.
Oh my goodness.
Old Green Eyes, you coming out? Okay, we're getting major EMF spikes right now.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Okay, starting EVP session 13. We're at a monument where there was a loss of 100 lives here, and we're getting serious EMF spikes.
Colonel Wallace W. Barrett Memorial.
Honestly, guys, I wasn't expecting to get any EMF spikes here at all. Just because I was like a little skeptical about it.
And we're in the middle of a field.
We're in the middle of a field. There's
No
way.
Power lines or anything. Unfortunately, I was just thinking of that. That one was. Yeah, I was debunking our K2 meter. It was every time the button was pushed down, it kept lighting up to like 20 plus.
All in all, Chickamauga was an awesome investigation. It was a creepy place with a tragic history. This incredible place seemed to have been frozen in time and most certainly did not disappoint. We look forward to further investigation at Chickamauga Battlefield.